What will happen if you buy foreign goods like those in Peter Obi's store after Tinubu floats the Naira? Reno or mockery. This Reno mockery, I don't understand his problem he has with Peter Obi. Eh? I don't like reading his post, but this one is getting too much. Okay? Reno mockery is a southerner for crying out loud. He said on that PDP with Peter Obi for crying out loud. So what has changed? What is he standing to benefit? Who paid him to do all this dirty work, blackmailing Peter Obi? He's just getting too much. Does he know that karma will come and what goes around will come around on him? If you don't know what to say, why not just keep quiet? How much are you making in politics or in social media that you just be blackmailing somebody consistently with no just cause? I don't know why this Ishakiri man or Ishakiri boy is behaving like this. And it's almost likely that he's on self-exile, because with the behavior, with this kind of behavior, he cannot step into Nigeria. The whole Nigerians are aggrieved for just only him for doing this dirty nonsense against Peter Obi. What has Peter Obi's supermarket got to do now? Okay? What has Peter Obi's business got to do with floating of Naira? There's no relationship. So why bringing Peter Obi into floating of Naira? How can you use Peter Obi's business to justify or not to justify the floating of Naira? I don't understand this guy at all. I'm telling you. I don't understand what he stands to gain doing all this rubbish. He's a young man. I don't think any of his children has even gotten to university yet. He still has a very long way to go in life. He has not even trained his children, not to talk of getting grandchildren. Is this the kind of Nigeria that he will live and then train his children and hand over to his children? Or his children, himself and his children, are they not going to come back to Nigeria again because he's in the US? I don't understand this kind of mockery at all. I think it is time for his kinsmen to call him to order. It is time to call him, let the Nana of Shakiri or whoever, or the Olu of Wari or whoever, let them call this man and call him to order, because his own is getting out of hand. That is true. If you don't have anything to say about somebody, you keep quiet and go about your normal business. Why? Who paid you to blackmail Peter Obi from end to end? This is terrible. Former presidential aide Reno'S mockery has shed more light on the monetary policy introduced by President Bola Tinubu-led administration. You can recall that yesterday, in line with Tinubu's promise to carry out monetary policy reforms, the new management of the Central Bank of Nigeria adopted a clean float foreign exchange management, a possibility it foreclosed for years. In a press statement signed by its director in charge of financial markets, Angela Sere Ejembi, the Apex Bank announced immediate changes to operations in the Nigerian foreign exchange market. Speaking on the policy via his Instagram account, Omokri explained that floating the Naira means that the Naira rate would now be determined by market forces. Is Omokri an economist? Why not wait for the Cantagera or the economic team to come and announce it, or the CBN governor, the acting CBN governor himself, to come and tell us what is happening? Or let the people in charge of NEC, the Exchange Commission, to come and tell us the impact of floating naira in the economy. Why is it taking up the job of economists and Cantagera and people who are in charge of running the financial system of Nigeria? He noted that if the citizenry chooses to purchase foreign goods like those allegedly sold in Labour Party presidential candidate Peter Obi's next cash and carry store, then the Naira would collapse. What does that mean? What has Peter Obi's shop got to do with floating of Naira? Why are you bringing Peter Obi into this matter? Does he know, again, I asked that same question, that what goes around comes around? Is he going to live his life like this? Because I know that this young man, I don't think he's up to 50 years of his life that is behaving like this. Does he think that Nigeria is going to be like this forever? Does he know the kind of record he's keeping for his family and the generations going forward? Now, wow. However, he stated that reverse would be the case if Nigerian goods and services like Reno'S Motors and Globalcom telecommunication products are patronized. He wrote, in case you don't know what floating the naira means, it means that the government will no longer determine the naira rate. There will be only one rate, and that is the rate determined by market forces. This means that the more you buy foreign goods like the ones you see in Peter Obi's next cash and carry, the more the naira will collapse. And the more you buy made in Nigerian goods and services like Reno'S Motors and Globalcom communication products, the more the naira will rise. The immediate impact of this will be that our foreign and local services will rise, since the Central Bank of Nigeria will not have to defend the naira by unnecessarily injecting dollars into the forex market. Another consequence is that exporters and importers, as well as students, pilgrims, tourists, and health tourists will no longer have to approach the CBN for allocation, since the CBN rate no longer exists. What will exist is the single exchange rate. So does this man know that Nigeria, being a very complex nation, definitely if they leave it unregulated, that these people in the black market or parallel market will come together, form their union, and make decisions and begin to do the job of central bank by regulating by themselves, choosing the price and compelling all their members to on the price to sell. Does he also know that even most of the branch managers of the banks in Nigeria are working hand in hand with the Bureau de Change and the Malams themselves? So does he understand what he's saying? That if CBN leaves this unregulated, this private sector will regulate it for them, for CBN and for government, and that is going to be terrible. Okay, look at now that it's already hitting over 750 naira to a dollar in the parallel market. So it means that parallel market is going to lead. So if this is the intention, why did the Mefele come out to say that Aboki FX is the person that is causing propaganda in the forex market and look for a way to quench the Aboki FX? At the end of the day now, Aboki FX is going to lead the market, because now that CBN has dropped their regulatory authority over the foreign exchange rate, now the parallel market is going to take the lead. And already Aboki FX is the lead in parallel market. I don't understand what these people are doing. And now Mokri is hailing the move, and without understanding the long-term and the short-term effect of this floating, because it's going to be terrible. How is it going to affect the economy? And this is another style that government has used to devalue the naira. That is the truth, because by the time the parallel market determines the exchange rate, the value of naira is going to drop. Because what I have seen is that everyone that is selling hard currency in Nigeria through Bureau de Change system wants to sell higher. They want to sell higher. That is, they want to have more naira for each dollar or each pound or each euro they sell. And that is going to keep the price up, because they have a union. Ordinarily, if they are to float it ordinarily and let everybody sell what they have at their own rate and at their own interest, then it will be okay. But again, I don't understand what this has to do with Peter Obi that Omokri is referring to. You understand? It's going to be it's very bad for Omokri the way he is going. Also, you'll be able to travel with naira and change it for dollars, pounds, euro, yuan, etc. abroad, as it was during the 70s and early 80s before Buhari's coup against President Shagari's government. What are you saying? Are they going to open up the Nigerian ATM cards to be used abroad? Is that what Tinubu said he's going to do? Now Momokri is in the US. Is he using Naira ATM card? Is he buying Naira in the US? Is he buying it through official condition in the US? Or what is he trying to tell us here? Are you going to go to Bureau de Change in the United States, New York, and in the London in the UK, and you will see them shade Naira, exchanging Naira for their pounds and their dollars? It's not going to happen. So I don't understand what this guy is talking about. Are you deceiving people who have not traveled before? The only thing I see in this floating is that the politicians are now have the opportunity to bring out all the dollars and pounds and euros that they have heaped in their houses. Because I know that MFLA complained that over 50% of the cash that's supposed to be in circulation is in private hands. okay, and they cannot trace them. And that was one of his reasons, purportedly one of his reasons for doing the Naira redesign. But unfortunately, that Naira redesign has failed. Okay, so let Tinubu now look for other ways to allow those people who have heaped back plenty money in their houses to bring them back into circulation, to bring them back to the bank and start spending them so that the economy can have enough money in circulation. Okay, it's only when that happens, then all the dollars can come back to circulation. And when you have enough dollar in circulation, the prices will drop because everybody want to sell out very fast. That is what I see here. Okay, I think that is the only thing I can see in floating this, because this will give both the official and unofficial sources opportunity and power and autonomy to buy and sell dollar at their own rate. And that is the only thing I see here again. So that I'm sure the banks will be open now to everybody to bring any amount of dollar they have for deposit, then they can have it back into the bank. That's the only thing I see. And if it happens, that's fine. That if that can bring money out from wherever they are hidden back into the circulation, that will be fine. Okay. But bringing this to Peter B or bringing Peter B into this is a no-no. Reno'S has goofed in this one. It's a no-no. The question I keep asking is how much did they pay him to blackmail Peter Obi? Let him understand that he's touching somebody that is untouchable by destiny, and it's going to backfire. That is the truth. And when it backfires, let him not say that a witch is in the village somewhere oppressing him, because it's going to backfire. So thank you for listening, and let's have your comment.